Hey guys, it's Staci and Hutch, and apparently our bosses thought that we didn't talk enough.
So we're going to do a podcast.
We're going to say too much. Hopefully we don't get fired, but it's a podcast, so they can't fire us for having our own thoughts.
And we don't get paid for this, so how can you fire from something that you don't actually do for a job?
You're not getting paid?
No, are you?
Let's start the podcast. Yay!
Hooray, I'm so excited that we're here.
It is Staci Hutch Say Too Much, powered by Mattress Galaxy. Hello, people of Earth.
Hello, everybody.
How are you?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We were just jamming out.
Yeah, we were. To Chicago.
I try to do, yeah.
With Peter Cetera?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, the only way to listen to Chicago, really.
Yeah.
I tried to do a pre-jam song before the podcast. We should do it before the show, but we never have time.
I know, because we're always doing something.
Yeah.
We are always short on time because we're always doing something.
I know. And basically, honestly, I'm already checked out for the next 2 days.
It's true. He is.
Next week's podcast, by the way, Ross, next week's podcast, we'll have a special guest host, Mr. Paul Folger.
I am really looking forward to this. I'm softening on the original co-host of this podcast.
I was going to say, wait a minute. What does that mean when you say I'm excited and looking forward to another dude in here?
You know what? I woke up today and thought, just for fun, I'm going to be snarky with Staci.
Well, you know
and Hutch.
why he woke up snarky?
Why?
He watched Goodfellas last night before bed.
Oh.
And so now he wants every drug in the world.
Okay.
Was Goodfellas the ones with Say Hello to My Little Friend?
No,
No.
that's The Godfather.
No, that's
Scarface.
Scarface.
Yeah, sorry. See,
God,
I
you
don't
suck, Ross.
I
You
do.
just don't know your gangsta films.
No, I really don't. I enjoy them, but I don't
It's
catalog
fine.
them in my
It's
head.
not something to be proud of, honestly.
and the
Thank
least
you.
person in this room that's going to be...
What?
I'm so glad there's cameras. Because that was funny. The person in this room least likely to be a gangster is Ross.
Right.
I mean, if we were going to be a gangster, Ross is not one I would have on my team. Because first off, he's got diabetes, so he's a lot to take care of.
Oh, can you imagine me trying to go out on some sort of hit in the heat? It's like 94 degrees outside and I'm trying to do business. Oh, sorry guys, I need some Skittles. Hang on.
You mistake cocaine for sugar,
But you know what?
and you shoot sugar up your nose.
But that might make him the most mean gangster because he's like,
Yeah.
you're like Johnny Two Skittles.
My blood sugars get too high and I'm just so irritable.
Right, super irritable.
I'm like the Incredible Hulk.
He's diabetic, man.
Everybody has a gangster name, right? What
what
would
would
I
your
be?
gangster thing be?
I don't know, something with jazz fingers. Two steppy two shoes. Hey, you want to see two steppy two shoes?
Don't make him mad. He's
This is what
he's
happens
a
when
made
we
man.
don't have a topic for the podcast.
I love it.
Two steppy two shoes.
What would mine be?
Oh,
That's not even creative. That's not even creative. It's funny, but not really. I was like, okay, I was really expecting more from
But
you.
no, like how scared of the coming. That's really good.
It's not.
You don't think so?
No, I want something funnier.
Do we need to be worried that any leftover mobsters or gangsters that are left are going to come after us because we're poking
Well, let's be
fun at
honest.
their lifestyle?
The three of us are going to shoot each other up before we even get to anyone else.
Yeah. It'll be like, how do you work this
what's
thing again? Oh, sorry. Oh.
Well, Staci and I were talking about this yesterday. Staci is trying to add more and more to her plate of an already full plate. And I said to her yesterday, please don't, for me, please don't do it. Because what happens is she stresses out. And she doesn't do this on purpose. And I don't take it personally, but she just takes it out on me. Whether it's she's completely silent or she's mean or whatever. And I'm fine taking it.
I'm just quiet.
Yeah, sometimes you yell.
I don't.
Well, see, her and I's definition of yelling is totally different.
It's funny because remember we were
Finger
said,
guns
don't
from
yell
Staci.
at me, and we're like,
Well, what happened was
That's true, and that was about the music.
Well, you guys were You guys were raising your voice.
we didn't.
No, you did though, because
we had to raise our voice a little bit because you were cutting us off and like, let us finish our sentence
and
here.
you were being very bullish in your opinion.
You were bullish.
I want to shoot my team now.
Oh, he backs down pretty easily.
No, I
doesn't
just
he?
learned to not even. Years of marriage will teach you that.
It's so easy to get my way, which is so nice. I couldn't do that as well before. It's nice to have my own way a lot.
Can you enlighten the podcast listeners and viewers as to, can you allude to what you were maybe attempting to add to your plate?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
I don't even remember.
I do. There was just some things coming up that we weren't getting updates on. I was like, I don't want this to fall apart. So I was going to kind of check on things to see.
Oh, yeah.
But it's not my place. It's not my deal. But I just kind of want to make sure it happens.
I was telling Hutch before the pod, if I have to take on or do one more thing in the month of August, I might just take a leave of absence for 45 days.
Here's Stacy's
Let somebody
problem.
else deal with it.
Oh, good. This is my problem.
Yeah, here's Stacy's problem. Okay, could you please?
My problem.
Yeah, actually turn the paper over. It's a whole page.
Oh.
Thank you. Stacy will admit this, is that she takes on too much, and some of the things she takes on someone else can do. But she also likes to stay busy. And if she's not busy, she'll go crazy. So it's a really double-edged sword here.
Double-edged.
It's a double-edged sword with her because, like, if she's not busy, she's going to drive herself, like, to the loony bin.
Loony.
Sure. Yep. I get that.
But when she gets herself so busy and so overworked, it's a problem.
I want to know how you two handle life when it comes to this. This is a chronic problem of mine, and I'm being dead serious.
But who do you take it out on?
Well, hang on. If anybody's listening that can help,
Himself.
please let me know.
You're a bad boy, Ross.
At Brendel Ross on the Twitter machine. Okay, so
I can't hear you again, and I don't know why.
Here, give me your thing. I'll do it over here.
We never did get that fixed,
The
huh?
Twitter machine.
It's very annoying.
I do
Stacy.
not want a person in my gang to call it the Twitter machine.
Okay, then I
Yeah,
won't.
do you have to get we're going to have to...
What about the tweet machine?
No, just stop.
No,
Twitter?
We shouldn't
Okay.
even do Twitter anymore.
Okay, but here's my honest to goodness life problem, and I hope one of you two suffers from this so we can work on it together.
He wants us to suffer.
We
Okay.
suffer.
When I decide, I always say a perfect weekend for me is one day that's jam-packed and one day where I might not even put any real meaningful clothes on. Okay?
Meaningful.
However, I struggle a lot with when I go out and do things, I want to be home. And then when I'm home,
You want to be out.
I want to be out doing things. And I've never been able to just accept what I'm doing, live in the moment, or just realize that it is what it is and enjoy what you're doing. I don't know. Does anybody else suffer from that, or is that just me?
Yeah, that's the whole grass is always greener situation. You're just crazy.
I am going out with friends tonight, and I can tell you, as much as I love my friends,
You don't feel like it.
I'm immediately going to start thinking, when is this going to wrap up so I can get home? And then I'm going to get home and I'm going to go, when am I going to see those guys again?
See, that's the thing where you make plans when you feel awesome, and then the day comes and you're like,
Yes, yes.
Like Stacy's birthday party.
Oh, no.
that is not a good example.
It was such a fun time for everyone but her.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Poor Stacy.
I set up the most amazing birthday party. I mean, it's sweet. It was nice. And I spent $100 on hors d'oeuvres. Way too many because I went to Costco.
Oh, that's a lot of hors d'oeuvres.
So
There was
much
3 tubs of guac
hummus.
and 5 people.
Oh, yeah. But that guac was amazing.
So good. And I made Stacy have it at her house. So I told her to set up and clean her house.
So Friday night, I was up till like 2 a.m. cleaning.
Well, no one wants to come to Chaska. You
Nobody.
know? But I see what you're saying, Russ. I get it. But see, I can't give advice because my life is so boring. Like, I literally have nothing to do ever. And so when Stacy says she's busy all the time, I'm like, I don't know how because I'm not doing that thing. Like, I got nothing.
But then when I invite you to do stuff, you're always like, nah.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's because, like, I don't know. I like hanging out with Stacy, but we're constantly
all
together. Yeah, we're constantly together, and we laugh harder on the commercial breaks than we do on the air.
Right.
And the stories we tell. So sometimes, like, if I do hang out at Stacy's, we're sitting there in silence for 2 hours because we don't want to talk.
Right.
Or we go out and she falls asleep. You know, it's one of those.
He's not going to let that go.
I'm not.
Ever.
Because I was just so amazed that it was at a concert.
I don't know how that could even happen. Like that.
No,
I can't explain it.
No, I think she either took the meds at the wrong time,
I think that's part of it.
or she has some slight ADD. So when there's anything going on,
I think I've developed it from
you might
this
have.
job.
Yeah, I think you have.
I never used to have that, and now it's like
Well, I probably have too.
we have the attention span these days of a gnat. It's like if something isn't happening for 5 seconds, we freak out.
Well, because we're told you have to hook the listeners within 5 seconds. If you don't,
They're
you
gone.
lost
They're
them.
gone,
Yeah.
yeah.
And so I think and when I hear a story, like if someone's talking if I don't get hooked, like in my personal life, then I tune out.
Right. You're already thinking, what can I do later? I got to go to Target.
Right.
And you got this list going in your head.
Yeah. There's a Jerry Seinfeld stand-up bit that I watched in recent memory where he talks about everybody in life, all we think about is what's next. So there, in this bit that he's talking about, he says, lots of you paid a lot of good money to come and see me tonight, and you're already thinking about how you're going to get to your car, and then when you get to your car, it's when are you going to get home. You don't even enjoy being here.
Yeah, nobody got to get going.
Yep, nobody enjoys anything because the moment you get to what's next, you think about what's next.
Yeah, it's like, when are we going to leave the concert? What during the
correct.
Absolutely.
And I was watching that thinking, I know this is a stand-up bit, but this is my life, and this is borderline therapy right now.
Are you in therapy?
No, I'm not. No.
Oh, you should.
I think I
It's
probably
great.
should be. And
It's so great.
Yeah, I'm being
It's
honest
great to
about
talk
that.
to someone that doesn't know anything about your life. For the most, it's like Staci and I talk about this all the time on the air because we have people call in and we do "Am I a jerk?" or issues, and it's best to get advice from someone you don't know. You know, they're not involved in their. Yeah, I love therapy's great.
And I don't like burdening other people with my perceived problems, which I might think they're big, but to that person, like if it's a friend or family, might not be big at all.
What's your biggest problem you think in your life as of right now? Is it dating? Is it being
I actually don't
single?
know.
Is it your cat throwing a hairball? What is
that?
it?
Stinks when that happens.
It is. It's icky.
Honestly, in general, and those close to me know this, and I think everybody that works with me knows this, I stress out about everything, especially work-wise.
Really?
I
don't see it.
I hide it very well. I really do. But inside, it's like that Hulk thing that I was talking about earlier.
Yeah.
And I think that's also what I struggle with is that I hide it very well, so that
that's
people
not
don't
good.
that people don't know.
I don't know. I think it's maybe good while he's here at work that he hides it.
yeah, because I don't ever. I used
But
to.
at home, you should just find a way to.
There's a thinker, that's what this person is, I guess, if you could call him that. I don't agree with this person politically at all, but one thing I heard this person say at one point that I do agree with is you have a moral obligation to be happy. And basically what that is you can be struggling and that's fine, but don't ruin other people's days because of it. And I do agree with that.
Oh. Boy, that's kind of a lot of pressure.
I really do agree.
don't know.
I really do agree with that. Like if I'm struggling and having a bad day, why should I make Staci maybe have a bad day who could be having a great day? So I agree with that.
Here's something you should remember too, and it took me a long time to learn this. You don't have to set yourself on fire to keep other people warm.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah, because I did that for a long time.
I don't know if I agree with any of those because well, let me say this.
No, this is good.
Because I think with especially like my experiences with Staci and her experiences with me is that I think sometimes when you let it out, the person receiving whatever's being let it out, it's their job to not let it affect them. Oh. It's not your job to try and make someone happy or to try and make someone feel bad. But there was one time, I remember this very clearly because Staci was having a horrible couple of months, especially at the beginning. And there was a time, and I don't know if it was a year ago, 2 years ago, that she was very frustrated with something on the computer. Uh-huh. And she just let it all out and was angry just with not the computer or not me.
Just life in general.
But if I were to take that personally...
Is that when I said, not right now, out of the room?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, don't come in here.
Right.
I'm freaking out.
Yeah. And so, I think it's my job as her friend to not take it personally and not let her mood affect me. You see what I'm saying?
I do.
So
I do.
I don't think it's other people's job to try and make someone happy or not.
That's deep. I think it depends on the situation, maybe.
But
because
I don't know.
we kind of had an understanding in that way.
But also, I don't let listeners affect me that way anymore.
Well, that's
I don't,
the hardest.
I don't.
Yeah.
I mean, there's one or two maybe. And usually when something affects me, I don't say it, but Staci knows and she'll just call him. so I got my bouncer here that takes care of it for me. Because
I'll tell you, sometimes people go too far and I'm like, okay.
Here's what happens is when that happens, a listener does it and they text or whatever, I can't call them and talk to them because they're just going to get more mad and more upset.
And it's weird if you do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. And being a man and talking to, having an aggressive voice or whatever it is. But if someone were to say something to Staci, I would think I would call them. I mean,
I probably
don't know.
wouldn't let you.
There's nothing that really has happened. Oh, I'd let you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just feel like I get what you're saying, and I totally agree that you shouldn't put it. But I feel like the more you hold back or the more you don't let the emotion out, it's more bothersome.
Yeah, it's more topsy-turvy inside.
Yeah. You just got to find the right person in your life that can take it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, two things. Thank you for letting me derail half of your podcast.
That's okay. We didn't have a topic.
But a very sincere thank you, because it is good to talk this stuff out.
Yeah.
And I have no problem, honestly, talking stuff out. And if other people hear it, which is great about being on a podcast and YouTube now, there might be somebody out there who can shoot me a message and say, you should try this or do this. So I appreciate it.
Sure.
Thank you.
Here's what I take from working in a very horrible job before this and now coming to here is that if work or whatever is stressing you out, as long as your boss is happy and you're getting results, then you're fine.
Yes. And this is, in all honesty, this is a great place to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a reason why I'm back here after being here previously.
Yeah.
That's true, because you did get laid off because of the pandemic.
Yeah.
They said, come back, Rossi.
Andrew, though, that gave me pause. So, social media Andrew, is that what we call him?
We call him that.
What is your title,
Yeah,
Andrew?
everyone asks
Look at him,
him
he's
every
like-
time.
He's got a long...
Executive director of operations that does things with Twitterverse and medias.
One day I walked over to see Andrew,
Yeah.
and he literally just turns his chair and goes, hello, Brendel.
Yeah, that's what he calls you.
Yeah.
I just taught
and
that
now,
down the hall.
now he does it all the time.
He's
and
sort of
I,
like the
I love
Newman.
it so much.
He's like the Newman of the
You know
station.
what? You know what? Ross actually probably.
Yeah. Hello.
Hello, Newman.
You know what? Ross actually probably needs to be less stressed. A really good night's sleep. And he could probably do that by going to Mattress Galaxy.
And I know a lot
Getting a
of
new
people
mattress.
get very just stressed out about shopping for a mattress because you walk in and you feel like, they are swarming around
They're coming at me, yeah.
And that's how it is at a lot of places, but not at Mattress Galaxy. And I was so excited when I went in there because I thought, I'm going to have to deflect all of these sharks coming at me. But they're not commissioned there. In fact, they are education-based, which sounds kind of boring. And let me just preface this by saying, mattress shopping isn't exactly like party time, but it is important. And so when you go there, I met Suzanne, who owns the place, and she basically said, what are your sleep problems? And I said, well, I don't really have any right now, but what I'm looking for is this. And so she showed me all these different things that I was looking at and showed me how they all worked. And I was like, well, this is amazing because no one's ever shown me these things before. So I learned a lot, and it was nice. And then she said, well, let me know if, you decide which one you want, or if you want to get something today or tomorrow, whatever.
Everyone deserves a good night rest.
And,
so if people want to get their mattress on, how do they do that?
Well, there are 3 locations. There is New Richmond, there's Hudson, and Hastings. And you can go online, too, to mattress-galaxy.com. And you know what? There's no pressure to buy. So
And tell them Staci sent you.
tell them I sent you. You won't regret it, honestly. They're very sweet people.
All right. Time for Pass or Play.
Pass or play. Pass or play. Let's
We're gonna
get
play
together
this
and
game.
pass or play.
All right.
Gonna pass.
Where are we at, Ross? I don't even know where we're at with this.
I think the all-time standings, a little choked up there after our last discussion.
Oh, did you get
I
all?
believe
Did you get
it's-
the feels?
I believe it's 7 to 3.
Mattresses will tear people up. I promise you.
We have had 10 podcasts.
Okay.
I believe this is 11, and our score is 7 to 3. I'm going to do a better job keeping track.
I think it's maybe 4. Let's give her
6-4. Okay,
Yay, I get
6-4.
4.
Because Staci's gotten on a real roll here after you own this game
I
at the
know.
beginning.
Now that you've said that, it's gonna fall apart.
It's gonna suck.
So it's 6-4, and we'll do a better job keeping track. That has been a failure on mine, but I sense you're happy, so I'm going to let it go.
Let it go.
Let it go.
I have the music on, but I can't hear it. Oh, there we go.
Ooh, it's so much more intense with
I
the
know.
music. I like it.
I like it better.
So I think we'll let... Who do you want to go first?
Staci can go.
Okay. Excuse me, I have to get that voice ready.
You can cough on the air. It's fine. We are not professionals. Trust us.
Bodies of water. Minnesota food. Minnesota food again. Celebrities and their children. Or let's ride Minnesota theme parks.
Let's go with the food one. We enjoy our food.
Minnesota food. The Honeycrisp apple was created in 1960 at the University of Minnesota. Through apple crossbreeding, and released commercially to the general public in what year? A, 1979, B, 1986, or C, 1991? Pass or play?
I was a part of this scientific research study, so.
You were a part of it.
Were you the apple?
They crossbreeded me. Gross.
Nasty. Remind me to tell you of a new Norm Macdonald joke I discovered afterwards.
Every time you eat an apple, you're eating me.
Oh, gross. See, you could be lying to me about that.
You don't know my history?
Yeah, I do.
Oh.
I do. I know quite a bit of your history.
I've hidden something.
See, how long? I feel like it's been around for a long time, but not really. So I think you're lying. I'm going to play.
Sucks to be you.
I'm going to say it was 1991.
You're going to go with 1991 on this first question of pass or play.
I am Ross. Yay!
I was going to say 91 too.
That
But
is
you weren't
correct.
part of it.
No, I was not.
Because you
no.
weren't around in 91.
Yes, I was. I was 83. I was born in 83.
No, I mean around Minnesota.
I mailed my sample.
Two great things happened that year.
You're such a freak.
The Honeycrisp apple, which is delicious even if you don't like apples. And the Minnesota Twins won their second World Series.
Oh, that's right.
And
I
nothing
listened to
since.
every inning that year.
Nothing since.
Nothing since.
All right, let's play. Let's ride. Let's ride.
Let's ride.
Ride!
I'm a big theme park guy, so I should get this.
Okay, this is in your neck of the woods. When Minnesota staple Valley Fair opened, it featured a grand total of 20 rides. Today, it features more than 75.
Wow.
In what year did Valley Fair open to the masses? Was it A, 1976? Was it B, 1967? Or was it D, or was it C, 1987? I'll do that again.
That alphabet is tough.
A, 1976, B, 1967,
Or 87.
C, 1987. Are you passing or
I'm going to
playing?
pass, but I'm going to do this strategically because I don't think she knows.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and get the point that way.
Even if she doesn't know after you re-instructed me how to formulate these questions, she has a 33%
I know.
chance.
I don't think she'll get this.
Well, I think
I was just a little girl
I
in
was
North Dakota.
I was a little girl in North Dakota, and I do remember a friend of mine going to the Twin Cities with her family, and their car broke down on the way back from Valley Fair. And we had to pick up the kids and bring them with us in our cramped back seat. Now, 87, I think that maybe was a little too late.
So you're thinking 76 or 87.
I'm thinking it was 76 because 87's a little too late. So I'm going to go with 1976. Yay!
Stacy's on
backfired.
fire. She is on fire recently
That
here in Pass or
backfired on
Play.
me. I was certain she wasn't going to go.
Well, that everybody from North Dakota. Where do you go for fun and excitement?
Mall of America and Valley
the,
Fair?
The big city.
Yeah.
You go to the cities.
right.
We don't call it the Twin Cities. We called it the cities.
I think in my time outside of the state and when I travel, I actually think nationally a lot of people call it the cities.
Do they?
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just
What would
agreeing
you-
to agree.
There are no cities in
Stacy's
North
turn.
Dakota.
What would you like? Actually, isn't it technically your turn, Hutch, because Stacy got it right?
I don't
Isn't
know how
we
that
do
I
it?
don't know how that works. Sir, I'll do it again.
Okay.
All right. I'll
I
do.
love this game show because we're very loose on the rules.
I'll do celebrity children.
You're going to do celebrities and their children.
Yeah.
Good. I've been sitting on this one for a
I
few
know.
weeks.
Apple. Just kidding.
Fiona Apple. Celebrities and their children. Kingston, Zuma, and Apollo are the sons of which American female pop star?
Gwen Stefani
Yeah, that's an easy one.
and her
Good.
husband Gavin Rosdale.
They're
Oh,
still
ex-husband, right?
Yeah,
Ex-husband,
I
yeah.
think that
She's with Blake now.
I think that
Did they get married?
relationship tipped onto the canoe.
Did they get married
Yeah.
finally?
I think it was like a secret wedding or something. And only Adam Levine was there.
Oh, nobody wants him anywhere now.
No, right?
Stupid Adam Levine.
Wow, we get to keep playing. Stacy didn't roll up this one.
Staci, for the win, bodies of water or Minnesota food again?
Ooh, I'm not great at bodies of water, so I'm going to go with food. But you're good at food too, so this could be the decider.
This could be the decider.
As you head into Northfield, make sure you arrive on a full stomach, as assuredly the smell of this breakfast treat will have you hungry for a bowl of this. A, cinnamon spam. B, the face you just made. A, cinnamon spam. B, malto meal. Or C, Cheerios.
Could you make this easier, please?
It's totally malto meal. Delicious.
Come on, Ross.
It smells so good. It's
That was
worth a
the
trip.
Easiest question in the entire world.
Well, yours was easy too for the celebrity children.
You know what?
He never knows what's good. We're going to know.
Quit crying over spilled milk over
Quit
there.
crying over a malto meal.
All right, it's time for snack chat. Snack chat.
chat.
Yeah.
Yum, yummy.
All right, here's what we got
Let's eat
today.
something.
We're going to start with, or we're going to at least eat Sour Patch Peach.
Peach.
Brand new, not so sour.
I love gummy peach things. They remind me of freedom.
We also have
I don't know why.
what? Limited edition
I'll explain later.
s'mores cupcakes.
Ooh.
And then we also have, which people aren't too sure about this one, Twinkies Tropical Blast with a blue filling.
Oh, blue filling.
All right. We want to do the peach ones first?
Yeah.
Now, Ross, I know you're diabetic, so not sure if you can have any of these.
Just give me one.
Okay.
Anything we have on Snapchat.
They're not the kids, by the way.
They're not? What are they? Little adults? Tiny adults?
Most of these snack chat items I really can't
they
eat. That's why
are
I dabble
little
at
peaches.
them.
They
These
are little peaches.
These are bigger than I thought they would be.
They are.
You take them. You can have them if you want.
And remember, we learned about the taste buds and all the sour ones
You
on
know
the
what?
side.
They're like peach rings.
I love peach rings.
But
Freedom.
if I'm getting Sour Patch Kids, I want them to be sour.
They're not sour at all.
Not sour at all.
I like them. I'll eat them.
Okay.
Yep, not sour at all, but I would eat
There you
them.
go. Well, you can't.
After my
Sorry.
after my divorce from number one, I got a new used car, and it was a terrible car, but it had a lot of windows in it, so it was always hot in there. And I had bought a bag of peach rings, and I left them in there. And when I opened the door, they were all melty, and it smelled like peaches in there, and it was just lovely. And it always reminds me of having freedom from my first husband.
Oh, okay.
Next up, I already put it in my mouth because it looks so good. Hostess Cupcakes
Do you want
S'more
a
Edition.
section of this?
Yes. Yeah, I'll take a section. This is going to be good, too. I can tell. Anything s'mores is good.
I'd rather have the chocolate version of this.
I like it.
I don't know. It's not.
It's not very s'moresy.
Yeah, the chocolate version's a little better, right?
I like the frosting is very fudgy.
Yeah, not into that one. And finally,
This is what I've been waiting.
Oh, it's got
Oh, really?
It has the aftertaste, the chemical aftertaste, though, that I hate so
Yeah.
much.
Tropical Burst Twinkies with blue filling.
Blue filling is weird.
I think this might be worse than the cricket.
No.
That you made me have a few
You
weeks
liked
ago.
the cricket.
No, I didn't like the cricket at all. I was still picking that thing out of my mouth 2 hours later.
I will switch.
All right, here we go. Look at this.
Oh, that looks disgusting.
I don't know how I feel about that.
That looks disgusting.
Here, share that with
this
Ross,
is-
would you? Because I already put my hands all
This
over
is
this
the
one.
best one because this is
looks
the best thing about
disgusting.
Twinkies is licking off the bottom. Tropical Burst Twinkies.
Is the cake supposed to be pineapple?
It doesn't say.
It's okay.
I like
You
it
know
better
what?
than the cupcake.
I thought it would be worse.
I
I
like
did
it
too.
better than
I thought
cupcake.
it was going to be worse, too.
Yeah.
Just fine.
Passing grade.
Yeah.
We were all expecting them to go over the top on the flavor.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of blue food, though.
You're not.
Yeah.
Were you one? Are you done with this? Were you one of those that freaked out on the green ketchup and the purple ketchups and the?
I wasn't, I don't know. It didn't really, I never bought it.
It's okay. All right, what you got for food news? Sorry,
You always ask me that when I have
I know.
a mouthful.
I can do
You
the first
start.
one. So once again, they're reminding us to knock off adding salt at the dinner table. There's enough in it already, apparently. 70% of sodium intake in Western populations come from processed prepared foods, with 8 to 20% deriving from salt added to the table.
Have you ever gotten yourself, like, done a clean eating thing and then went back and got, like, a fast food something? Or went out to a restaurant and got, like, a burger or
You
whatever?
feel sick?
It is so salty.
Yeah.
And something you didn't realize until I did that.
Well,
And
right
I
now
was-
I'm just doing a ton of protein shakes. Mm-hmm. I don't even want to try any salted food right now because I feel like it's just going to upset my
Oh,
stomach.
it is so
I have
icky.
a food delivery service, and I swear to you, their number one ingredient when you're making everything is every step of the way, add salt. Then you do one thing, you add something else, add salt. I'm like, oh my
and
goodness.
you can feel like
Yes.
your veins constricting and your heart
you're,
going,
You're done eating it, and you're going over to the sink and just
putting your mouth
Yep,
on that
mouth
on the
under it.
spigot.
I know. Don't do the next one.
Okay. Brewery in Fort Worth, Texas is making a new hard seltzer with leftover hot dog water. Yummy!
I love hot dogs. That sounds nasty.
Wait till you get our recipe for hot dog soup.
Yes.
Martin House Brewing Company aims to release its hot dog water hard seltzer at the brewery's Glizzy Fest, which is a celebration of hot dogs, on Saturday. So if
you
anyone,
should go down to this fest.
I'm gonna have a hot dog.
Glizzy Fest.
That sounds really funny.
Yeah.
On the Disney Wish cruise ship, there is a special Star Wars drink that you can order. It's called the, how do you say this?
Keeber.
Keeber Crystal, and there are mystery ingredients inside. I bet it's salt. But it's served in a droid-like container, and it opens, and it smokes, and it flashes light. But here's the thing. You'll probably never order one because they're $5,000 a piece.
Oh, jeez.
And do you get to keep the glass? God, I hope so.
I'm going to Disney next week, and I've already taken out a small business loan. Minimum $250,000.
Oh, by the way, on our next podcast, Hutch is going to hopefully be able to check in with us while we
Yeah,
are
I'll be at
podcasting.
Disney. I'll be at Magic Kingdom. And if I don't check in, it's Ross's fault.
That's fine.
No, I think we can make it happen.
Okay.
We've done some work to remedy a past situation.
Okay.
So
Okay.
I think we're good.
All right.
Okay. Tomorrow's actually National French Fry Day, and McDonald's and Wendy's are celebrating by giving away free French fries.
Now, if you're watching this on a different day,
That's not going to help
that's
you.
not going to work. I forgot to take that out.
Whoops.
Sorry.
So never mind.
Yes.
I really hope we have so many people
And
going.
no one's watching live. This
We-
comes out Mondays at noon.
Yes, so we will be talking about that on the air, so we've already done it. So never mind if you're what. Yeah. Okay.
Don't do that one either.
And then that's the end of that.
I clearly looked at all the food notes for this one.
Oh.
All right. There you go. That is
So-
what we call the podcast.
Next
Oh,
week.
that was 30 minutes.
Was it?
Yeah.
You're out, so I'll have a special guest with me. I have some very interesting videos to share. Birds are invading my home. It's quite weird. And I'm a rescuer of birds. That's why they freak me out.
We need to get Kelly Hansen in here from Twin Cities Live.
Why?
Because she can whistle like a Disney princess, and I assume it gets all the birds to her.
Maybe she'll teach me.
Oh my God, she's the best at this.
Well, thank you to Mattress Galaxy for hosting or
Yes.
for sponsoring our podcast. We appreciate you so much, and thanks for giving me a good night's sleep every night.
There you go. All right. Bye, Ross.
Bye.